Z thought the minister asked me to finish so much work in 3 days, and he even called it trust in me. The new guy sent to help just fell down the stairs and was taken away by ambulance. Looks like I will have to stay up all night again. My head hurts. No, I can't sleep. This month's rent has not been paid yet. Why do I suddenly feel dizzy? What am I doing? What is wrong? Is this me? Am I having an out-of-body experience? I seem to be getting further and farther away from my body. It is getting darker around me. Is there light? It is so bright. Am I dreaming? This is the first time I see this person. Why do I feel like I have seen him before? The little girl has grown up. Why does her fear seem to spread to my heart? I am really too tired. I am even hallucinating. I need to wake up quickly. I still have to work. The maid shouted, "Clare, wake up." Clare thought. Stop shaking. I feel dizzy. The maid continued. Are you awake? Clare asked. Who are you? He thought. Is she cosplaying as a medieval maid? Also, why does she keep calling me Clare? The maid told her, don't you recognize me? Wait, you can talk, Clare thought. This is the hand of the girl in the dream. What am I wearing? Where is this? What is going on? The maid again asked. You can talk, Clare thought. Can I speak? In other words, I could not speak before. No, whether or not one can speak is not the key point at all. The maid asked. Are you feeling unwell? So you are not sick? Great, go away. There is no time. Clare asked. No time? What do you mean, no time? The maid told her. Work, of course, it is work. Clare thought. Work? I did not expect that I still have to work after traveling through time. Yes, I must have traveled through time. Just like what is written in the novel, if nothing unexpected happened, I should have had an accident, a very sudden death of a social animal. Just now, some fragmented scenes seem to flicker through my mind. Are these the memories of the body's original owner? I will need to find some time to examine them closely later, but right now, the most urgent thing is to. She said, my head hurts. I don't know if it is because of last night's nightmare, but my mind is so foggy and I can't remember anything. The maid replied, poor Clare, you are really sick. I told you that you never sleep in. It is all because of that mean-spirited Wendy who framed us to live in the stables. That is why you got sick. Clare thought, Wendy, who is that? Does she have to face workplace bullying after traveling through time? It turns out that this girl, who is as lively and innocent as a big golden retriever, is called Hannah, and she is just as her name suggests. So in this life, my name is Clare McElroy, a lowly maid in the Duke's mansion. In the real world, I am someone who depends on my boss's mood. In the Middle Ages, I became a lowly maid. What a fate I have. We have all been reborn. So why can't we enjoy some happiness? Can't I be a duke's daughter or a duke's friend? Even if she is the mother of a wealthy family, it is fine. There has to be a limit to bad luck. The maid spoke. I was just about to ask you. You can actually talk. So why did you always? Clare replied. Life is so hard. I don't have the mood to chat. The maid commented. That is true. Clare thought. I just casually told her something, and she believed it. This kid is so naive. She was so hurt by a single word from me. It seems like she is really having a hard time. Then she said, cheer up, let's work hard together. We will definitely be able to get on the big guy's good side. Work hard, and you will definitely be appreciated by important people and live a better life. She thought, yes, work hard, get in with someone powerful, live the good life, enjoy all the luxuries, and reach the very top. On the other hand, the person asked, where is the emperor? The next moment, the emperor came. The person thought, the smell of blood, such a strong smell of blood. The emperor of the Imotel Empire, Eden, is both a warmonger and a murderer. Next, Clare thought, I am Clare. It is said that she left a monastery called Barles and came to the Duke Palace to make a living 3 years ago. She is currently a low-ranking maid living in the stable. There is I use the word it is said, because these situations are all heard from others. It has been 3 days, and I still have no idea how to get back. I should first try to survive here. The maid asked, what are you thinking about? Clare replied, nothing, just daydreaming. Did you find the bread I left for you? Hannah replied, yes, it is white bread. This bread is rarely available. Is this a reward from the chef? Clare said, yes, this is the first meal of the day. I brought it here because I wanted to eat it with you. She thought, I never thought that one day, eating such tasteless white bread would make me so happy that I wanted to cry. If life used to be hard mode, now it can be said to be hell mode. The other maids came and said, that is quite refreshing. You are so relaxed. You must have finished your work. Hannah said, Wendy, Cindy, Clare thought. So these are the two main characters who have been tormenting Clare and Hannah. This Wendy is fine. Stupidity and viciousness are all over her face, but this one, on the other hand, seems a bit scheming. Hannah asked, "We are going to work soon," Clare commented. "We have been working non-stop all morning and finished the job. We are just taking a short break now." Wendy asked, "Can a mute actually speak?" The other maid asked, "Weren't you mute a few days ago? Did you take the wrong medicine? How dare you glare at us?" Clare replied, "Is there something? If you have something, just tell us." Wendy thought, "What is going on? The girl who usually acts like a sick chicken now seems like a different person and keeps crying. This little maid must be taught a lesson." She said, "Rest, what a shameless thing. You have the nerve to take a rest after cleaning up the mansion." Clare emphasized, "Cleaning the house. Is that not what you and Hannah did this morning? It should have been completed." Hannah told her, "Actually, I did it all by myself." Clare asked, "The mansion is so big, and you are alone." Wendy continued, "Stop talking nonsense and look at this. Do you know what this is? It was all stained when I was checking the fireplace. And you still have the nerve to say the job is so clean. So clean it up right now." Hannah asked, "How could this happen? We clearly cleaned it up." Clare thought, "I had clearly cleaned the fireplace in the mansion with Hannah early in the morning. The fireplace ashes were cleaned up very cleanly, so how could there be so much black ash on it?" Clare replied, "We refuse. We have finished, and we need to rest in the morning, and we still have to work in the kitchen in the afternoon." Wendy stated, "How dare you contradict me?" Clare continued, "You are the one responsible for cleaning, so you should also be the one to check and finish. As soon as you notice the dust on the fireplace, you should clean it up immediately instead of showing off to us." Clare thought, "The heat is almost there. It is important to not be passively bullied by these idiots, so I have to create an opportunity. However, it is inevitable that you will suffer some physical pain." The next moment, Hannah came between them. She received the slap. Clare asked, "Are you all right?" Hannah replied, "I am fine." Clare asked, "How dare you hit someone? You were given responsibility for cleaning the mansion. You did not bother to fix things when something went wrong, and you are still showing off your power. If you don't want to do it, then step aside." Cindy spoke, "You are still so stubborn. Wendy, are you going to let her talk back to you like this?" Wendy commented, "Stinky girl." The next moment, Wendy thought, "I can't move at all." Clare thought, "Don't underestimate office workers. How could a single woman who worked overtime until late at night not learn some self-defense skills?" A lady came and asked, "What are you doing?" Clare thought, "Love, this is simply a doll." The lady continued, "Have you forgotten where this place is? It has become like this. Hurry up and get up." The young lady told her mother, "Don't be angry, ask the whole story first." The lady spoke, "Wendy, wipe your face. Get up and tell me what happened." Clare asked, "Can I say it?" The other maids shouted, "Are you crazy? How can a low-ranking maid speak without permission? How dare you speak up? It is all your fault." The lady told them, "Quiet, interesting, let her speak." On the other hand, the king thought of that day. Then he remembered the emperor said, "Sit." The king knight replied, "You are so rude. Please take off your mask and observe etiquette." The emperor's knights replied, "Etiquette? It is a blessing that you did not lose your head. His Majesty is showing respect to you by asking for the colony. From this day forward, Griezmann will be governed by the empire. We could have sent imperial officials to administer it, but His Majesty has retained your king. You should be grateful for His Majesty's mercy and for not killing him." The servant came with tea. The king thought, "You want us to drink tea?" The next moment, they slashed the teacup. The emperor stated, "The king of a weak country actually drank tea with the emperor. Don't you think it is rude of you to sit in front of me like this?" Now back in the present time, the king read the line dictating they needed to send one of the royal bloodline to the empire as a hostage. He thought, just because a single sentence offended him, they actually added such a clause to the armistice agreement. This is really too much. I am also deceiving myself. What armistice agreement? It is actually a surrender document. The kingdom officially became a colony of the Imotel Empire and had to contribute crops from fertile land, natural resources, and taxes at a certain rate every year. The mountains that produced rare minerals also lost all property to the emperor, and the kingdom lost its only strategic resource. Compared to all this, sending one more hostage and losing a little face is nothing. Then he remembered the emperor stating, "What is there to be disappointed about? After all, you still kept the throne. Besides, the empire will also help you deal with monsters, allowing you to enjoy a life of luxury. You should feel grateful." Richard came and asked, "Uncle, are you okay?" The king replied, "My dear nephew, what's up? Come in. Richard continued. You know, it is about the extra condition on the document. The king told him, you know that in the royal family, you are the child I trust and admire the most. It is not because you are my closest nephew, but because you are clear-headed and always give me wise advice. But this time, Richard commented, the reason why I suggested that the princess, rather than the prince, be sent to the empire as a hostage, is because only the princess can become the force that allows the kingdom to regain its independence. Are you willing to let the kingdom remain a colony of the empire, or is it okay if the throne remains in name only? As a hostage, the prince can only endure humiliation and live in hiding, but a princess may gain the emperor's favor and even have the opportunity to become the queen. Once she becomes the queen, even for the sake of the emperor's dignity, our kingdom, the queen's motherland, cannot continue to be treated as a colony. The king replied, but there is no suitable candidate among my daughters. Richard stated, my dear uncle, the original words in the documents are, royal blood, is it not? So who says it has to be your daughter? Actually, there is a candidate who is suitable in every respect. Back at the maid's side, the young lady told her dear mother, don't be angry, it is just a little quarrel between the maids, it is not worth worrying about. Mom, just let them talk it out. The lady asked, may I have your name? Clare introduced herself. I was sent here from the monastery of Valles 3 years ago. The lady said, it turns out to be the child sent by the monastery we sponsored, but I remember that she was a mute. Clare replied, I am just a little shy. The lady emphasized, shy, judging from the way you hit someone just now, you don't seem like the kind of person who would be shy. What a smooth talker. Wendy shouted, she is such a liar. Madam, as you know, I am the person in charge of sanitation, and it is my job to check the areas they clean. When I inspected the fireplace in the mansion, I found that these two had made a terrible mess. I asked them to redo it, but she argued back and refused, so I gave her a good scolding, then she hit me. The lady spoke, this is really eye-opening. She slacked off on her job, felt no shame, and even had the guts to hit someone. Our house has no place for people of bad character, not even those the abbot had entrusted to our care, right from here. Clare spoke, wait a minute, ma'am, I have evidence too. The lady said, the evidence that has not been wiped clean is right in front of us. Do you have any evidence to refute it? Wendy shouted, madam, there is no need to continue listening to this liar. Clare stated, if you really got some dirt on it while checking the fireplace, it would only stain your outer skirt. So how come the petticoat inside is so dirty? Wendy replied, of course, we got dirty together while checking the fireplace. Clare told her, nonsense, the petticoat is completely covered by the outer skirt. What kind of posture can make it dirty? Also, if it was really an accidental stain, how would the stain be in the shape of a handprint? The truth is, because you don't like me, you deliberately dirtied your hands and then rubbed your skirt with them. In order to cover up the truth, you rubbed the dirt on your hands onto your petticoat. But of course, such a crude trick cannot deceive you, madam. Wendy shouted, don't listen to her nonsense. She was just lazy and did not clean the fireplace. Look, this is coal ash. There was soot only in the fireplace. If she had really cleaned it, where would I have found soot to smear on my skirt? Cindy thought, you idiot, how could you tell the truth? Alicia asked, so you are the one who lied. The lady stated, I hate liars the most. There is no place for liars at Stanton House. Take them away. Clare thought, idiot, what superiors tolerate the least is not the complaints of their subordinates, nor lies. A lowly maid actually tried to fool them and made them lose face in public. This was what these arrogant people could not stand the most. The lady told her, sorry, I misunderstood you. Clare replied, you are too kind. Alicia commented, but how did you know there were handprints on the petticoat? They are usually hard to detect. Clare replied, I saw it by chance during the scuffle. Alicia told her, then you were really lucky. If you did not see the handprint, you might be the one to be kicked out. Clare thought, how could it be based on luck? Of course, I guessed it first, then deliberately looked for an opportunity to confirm it. Social animals always have to rely on themselves. Alicia asked, didn't you say you wanted to find me a personal maid? Give her to me. The lady replied, this won't do. You can't just pick anyone to take care of you. Alicia said, Mom, I used to be stuck in my bedroom. How boring. You have to make it up to me. Give her to me. She is so fun, I won't be bored with her. The lady replied, if you promise to take more walks, I will consider it. You have been frail since childhood due to illness, and even your social debut has been delayed. From now on, you need to gradually show your face and interact with people your age. You must show the grace and temperament of the family. How can we do that if we look sickly? Alicia commented, but mother, the domestic situation is so turbulent, the social circle, Claire thought. Unstable situation, the lady continued. Don't worry, your brother Richard has been dealing with this matter recently, so this situation will soon stabilize and social activities will resume. All you have to do is get ready for the dance. I will do as you wish and let that child be your maid, and you. I will ask Haley to prepare some new clothes for you. Go and clean yourself up before you go back. Claire thought, pets are just pets, at least I won't be bullied by idiots like Wendy at any time, and I can have enough food and clothes to eat. Next scene, the knights shouted, it appeared, it is a monster, dismount and draw your swords, keep the formation. It is so ugly, they are all short monsters, we should be able to deal with them. Another knight replied, be careful, if you underestimate the enemy, you will die miserably, the monster is coming. The next moment, all the monsters were dead. The emperor spoke, although this type of monster is small in size, it is very ferocious. You can't compete with it, so don't be too nervous, just leave it to me next time. The knights were chatting. I watched it several times but still could not get used to it. As soon as he picked up the sword, his whole person changed. Fortunately, this side of him is only revealed to monsters and enemy nations. Sometimes I think His Majesty would become a tyrant. Elliot came and stated, shut up, as the emperor. Has His Majesty ever failed in his duties, not to mention that he just faced the monsters alone again and saved your lives? One knight replied, my lord, we are not dissatisfied with His Majesty, but every time I see His Majesty swinging his sword and slaughtering people, I can't help but feel fear. Elliot told them, His Majesty is a rare and wise monarch, that is enough, we should be thankful that the Empire has His Majesty. Hurry up and guard the surrounding area and clean up the mess. He said, could you not tone it down a bit? Now your horse is disgusted by your stench. The emperor replied, it is just pretentious. Elliot commented, please also consider the feelings of those who have to clean up the mess. Is it not enough to just kill the monster? Why do you have to dismember it, leaving a bloody mess on the ground? I feel sorry for the knights. Is it really because of that, as they say, that is it, emptiness, loneliness, dissatisfaction? The emperor spoke, I was wondering when you would finally go crazy. Hunting monsters is the responsibility of an emperor and a strong man. And it is also the best way to relieve stress, don't worry all the time. Elliot told him, whether it is to relieve stress or satisfy desires, put these aside for now. After returning this time, your majesty, please seriously consider the matter concerning the saint. The emperor replied, I thought the subject was over between us, the saint. What power can you rely on? Don't involve these powerless children. Elliot commented, even if it is just as a shield, with the saint, at least His Majesty can have no worries. Some people have temporarily shut up in the name of His Majesty's destruction of the monsters. But if we let our guard down, the guys hiding in the shadows will definitely not miss the opportunity to pounce and bite. The emperor asked, who will bite me? I did not expect there was a monster in the palace. If I had known, I would have killed it first, my dear friend. What I mean is that those people actually know very well that as long as the saint does not appear, they can only continue to rely on me. You and I both know that these people are as ambitious as they are timid. Well, let's see what interesting news there is today. Elliot asked, the kingdom should not have any accidents, is there a hostage? The emperor replied, the king chose someone very unexpected, things are starting to get interesting. Elliot asked, who could it be? Is it really the second prince? The emperor stated, don't test, my friend, I don't want to take this rare pleasure away from you. Let's go to the kingdom now, since he is preparing a show, it would be a shame not to watch it. On the other hand, Claire thought, wow, that material is so soft, wrong, how can I be satisfied so easily? Besides, this is not the time to be dazed, I need to take a shower quickly. What is wrong with that horse? Why is it rushing directly towards me? Oh no, this is not going to be good. Richard asked, how can you just stand there in the middle of the road? It is too dangerous. Are you hurt? Why don't you speak? Head injury, Claire replied. No, I am fine. Your Excellency the Duke, Richard asked. So you know me. You are a maid in my house. The name. Tell me your name. Claire introduced herself. The Duke said, I think there was a child with this name sent from the monastery. Claire said, you actually remember it? Yes, that is a servant. The Duke continued, after all, this was a child that Abbot Heilig had specifically entrusted to me. I should have paid more attention. What do you do at the mansion? Claire replied, doing chores in the kitchen, cleaning the house. When did you run out? What is going on? Stop being naughty. Your hair is getting even messier. Wait a minute. The Duke is talking. The Duke emphasized, it is a bit strange, that horse has a bad temper, so why is he so obedient in front of you? The servant came and asked, are you not hurt? The Duke replied, it is fine. It is just that the horse suddenly ran away and was surprised. The servant commented, it obeys your orders very well, master. What happened today? The Duke thought, I am curious too. Clare spoke, my lord Duke, excuse me first. The servant said, does this child not know how to speak? How strange. It turns out she is not mute. She has been silent all the time, so I thought she was mute. The Duke thought, that is what I heard too. Is there something you can't tell? On the other hand, Elliot said, as long as you walk out of these woods, you will find the Griezmann kingdom. If you speed up, is there something there? The Emperor replied, that is where I met that person. Elliot commented, Your Majesty, I feel that I know you very well. However, even for me, when I occasionally encounter this kind of conversation, it is difficult to guess what you are going to say. The Emperor told him, I said I met someone here before, but what is hard to understand? Elliot asked, I don't understand. Someone. Who is that? The Emperor emphasized, you have been talking a lot of nonsense today. Elliot continued, I saw the saint here. Is not this a very common saying? Can't you even utter the word, saint? Your Majesty, the Emperor stated, stay on guard. Elliot asked, why? After that, Clare thought, I did not expect to be at this point in my shower. I must not run into the headmaid or anything like that, or I will definitely get scolded. Oh no, it is over. The headmaid asked, Miss, why are you here at this time? Did you go out for a walk? Clare thought. I don't know why, but I think you mistook me for the young lady. Clare replied, Headmaid, I am Clare. Is the degree of the maid's glasses not suitable? She thought. Rule number 1 of the social animal code, when you discover a colleague's misstep, don't pursue it relentlessly unless absolutely necessary. It is best to offer them a way out. The head maid spoke, it is that maid, but how come? Clare continued, maybe it is the lightning. It is really dark. The head maid said, height, face shape. No, it is this hair. I did not realize before that your hair has the lady's hair color. Clare asked, head maid, may I go find the young lady, please? The head maid replied, looking for the young lady. No, you have to do something first. Next scene. Clare thought of the many difficulties of becoming the young lady's personal maid. I thought I could find opportunities to slack off in the comfort of the house, but who knew that on the first day of work, I was sent out to run errands. The coachman asked, are you sure this is the way? Clare replied, you have asked several times. This is the right road. Please feel free to go ahead. The coachman commented, you young maids, none of you can be trusted to do things well. This is the first time the butler has entrusted me with such an important task, so I must do it beautifully, understand? Clare thought, I have been asked this over a dozen times. How should I know? I have only walked this path once. It would be fine if you asked me in a nice tone, but with your attitude, we might as well get lost until dark and let the butler see your abilities clearly. The coachman told her, something seems wrong. It is a sunny morning, but why is the road getting darker and darker? Is this really the road? Clare replied, Uncle, please stop nagging me. If I take the wrong road, it is your fault. The coachman spoke, wait, up ahead. Clare told him, here it is. After passing this intersection, it leads directly to the monastery. Finally, I remembered. The coachman continued, wait, what is that? I have seen that thing. It is blood. Clare asked, blood, but it is green. How could it be blood? The coachman replied, green blood. Yes, green, because it is not ordinary blood. It is the blood of a monster. Clare thought, demon monster. Clare continued thinking, this is a world where monsters and humans coexist, although, this was a known fact. In Clare's memory, she had only heard rumors about monsters and had never seen one with her own eyes. I did not expect to see a monster like this. What is that sound? The only thing that can kill him is something bigger and more ferocious. Gotta run away. Are you kidding? You must not be eaten. Chase. Have you caught up? He seems human. The Emperor spoke. Is it a human? So what about the one who escaped? Was he also human? I have to stop him. Clare shouted, Uncle, wake up. Cheer up. Don't die. What will happen to the mission if you die? The Emperor asked, do you know him? So he is not a robber. Clare replied, of course not. We are from a large house nearby and are running errands for Our Lady to deliver money to the monastery. He is the driver and all the money is on him. If he is injured, our mission will be in trouble. The Emperor commented, he just fainted. He was so timid. Besides, isn't running away like this really just an attempt to abscond with the money? Clare told him, Please don't misunderstand. This uncle is not trying to take the money and run away, he is just mistaking you for a monster. The emperor asked, am I a monster? Clare thought, why do I feel like I said something wrong? But with that scene and that aura, isn't it natural to be mistaken for a monster? I did not say anything wrong. But why do I always feel like I have hurt him? This face is definitely not ugly, but why is it covered with a mask? Is there some hidden secret? The emperor asked, may I have your name? Clare replied, why? The emperor explained, if it is the nearby mansion, then you are the maid of the Stanton family, so what is your name? What I just heard was only your one-sided statement. I have to verify it to see if you are lying, and I help you keep this person here so that you would not get lost in the woods and ruin your mission, or maybe get eaten by monsters. Even a maid should understand the principle of repaying kindness. Clare told him, Clare McElroy, the emperor stated, remember, Clare thought, house. I seem to have met this person here before. Next scene, Clare was sleeping, a voice came, are you? She thought, who is it? It seems like I have heard this voice somewhere before. Then she heard a voice, why don't you answer me? Clare thought, this voice is so cold and chilling, what is going on? Someone is choking me, who are you? Let me go. This guy is going harder. I don't know anything, please let me go. The voice said, it is useless, don't let me see you again, otherwise. Clare woke up and thought, this is no ordinary nightmare, this is a memory from the past, moreover, this is not Clare's memory. What happened outside? The lady spoke, Alicia, wake up, oh my god, my poor little baby, how can you still sleep? Alicia asked, mother, what happened? Isn't the war over? The lady shouted, that is the problem, this damned war, look at this. It is a letter from the palace. After reading the letter, Alicia fainted. Clare thought, what on earth is in this letter? Why is she so scared? Then she started reading the letter. We, the kingdom, have become a colony of the empire, so the empire demands that we send our hostages in exchange for the stability of the kingdom's regime. So I, the king of this kingdom, decided to send my lovely niece as a hostage. This is a bit too much information, as a defeated nation, offering a young girl as a hostage. The lady shouted, how can the eldest daughter of the Stanton family be taken hostage? I will never allow it, our family cannot be treated like this. Alicia woke up and said, I am done. Being taken to the empire means that. The lady told her, poor Alicia, your mother will definitely find a way to prevent you from going to the empire. Don't be afraid, I will go to the palace right away and ask His Majesty. Duke Richard came and commented, don't waste time, mother, this was a decision unanimously adopted by the Council of Nobles. The lady spoke, my son, you are finally back. Listen to me, you are going. The Duke continued, Alicia, stop crying and get up, this is for our kingdom. Alicia shouted, brother, if I go to the empire, I will definitely die, the emperor will definitely crush my throat. Brother, you must save me. The Duke told her, listen to me. Clare thought, this man has an angelic face, but there is no warmth in his eyes. Clare thought, is this the world of the nobility? Really? The Duke spoke, you need to go to the empire to please the emperor, and preferably make the emperor fall in love with you. As long as the emperor falls in love with you, our kingdom will no longer be an imperial colony. As long as we do this, our family will become the kingdom's greatest hero. Alicia shouted, brother, I heard he is a warmonger and a murderer. I heard he enjoys killing people. He is ugly and always wears a mask. If anyone sees his face, he will chop them up on the spot. Brother, don't let me go. I will definitely die. The Duke stated, you are the eldest daughter of the Stanton family and my only sister. You can definitely do it. When the emperor arrives, a ball will be held to celebrate the victory. At that time, I will introduce Alicia to the emperor. Before that, I must make all the necessary preparations. Mother, can I trust you? Clare thought, you are two completely different people from the last time we met. Alicia asked, Mom, what should I do? I am going to die. Clare thought, is it that exaggerated? Put the letter away first. The lady shouted, who are you? Why are you here? The head maid replied, Madam, this is the young lady's new personal maid. Clare thought, the noble's brains cannot tolerate anything less noble. It was you who asked me to be your personal maid, and it happened yesterday. But now you act like you have no idea what happened. It is really. The lady shouted, personal maid, what is the maid doing here, and how can you be so disheveled? Clare replied, I heard the exclamation and was worried about the young lady. So I came here without even getting dressed. I am sorry. As for what happened just now, I just wanted to put the letter back on the table. It looked like an important document. The lady asked, Can you read? Clare replied. Yes, I learned a little bit in the monastery. The lady commented. The monastery actually teaches the lower class to read. Clare stated. Congratulations to the young lady for getting the chance to become the empress of the empire. With the lady's looks, it should be easy to please the emperor. Having won the emperor's heart and being a young lady, it is only natural for her to become the queen. As long as the young lady becomes the empress of the empire, the kingdom will be independent. The emperor will not allow the empress motherland to become a colony. After that, as the queen's family, the Stanton family will have inexhaustible status and wealth. Alicia asked, but the emperor is horrible looking. How could I possibly marry a man like that? Moreover, I heard that Emperor Eden was cruel. Clare thought. Eden. The emperor's name is Eden. Suddenly, Clare fainted. After that, Clare thought. Well, fainting at the mere mention of a name is a scene reserved for a heroine. The shame level is really too high. Who could it be? The lady came and told her to come over. Turn around. What are you standing there for? Spin around. The head maid came and asked, Madam, are you looking for me? The lady replied, You came just in time. In your opinion, does she not look like Alicia? The head maid asked why. A few hours ago, the lady asked, Do you really think that just because Alicia pleases the emperor, our kingdom can be independent, and it would be best if she could become the empress of the empire? Answer me. The duke replied, Yes, Mom, my answer is yes. That is the perfect outcome. I am just a little surprised that you could think of this. The lady commented, It turns out to be true. The duke spoke, This could not be your idea, and it is even less likely to be Alicia's, so who? The lady told him it is not important. I hope you can change your mind and go and convince His Majesty right away. The duke replied, No. The lady shouted, Why? Alicia is really against this, and I will never push my daughter into this fire pit. The duke continued, This is good for our kingdom, good for our family, and good for Alicia. Why is it that my mother can't figure out something so simple that everyone can understand? The lady said, I wonder who made this suggestion to the duke. The duke spoke, I. The lady shouted, What? I will never let it go. She thought, We absolutely cannot just sit here and wait for death, we must find a way. Now, back in the present time, the lady thought, No matter what, I absolutely refuse to let Alicia be given as a hostage to that murderous emperor. She said, You just said that our kingdom would no longer be a colony, provided Alicia became queen, so our family can escape from being a hostage and enjoy wealth and glory. Clare thought, Oh no, maybe I got angry just now and said some nonsense that pissed off this old woman. She replied, Madam, I don't have much experience if I said something wrong. Madam continued, There is no need to talk nonsense, head maid. Starting today, this girl does not have to do anything else but imitate Alicia's words and actions. You will supervise her. Clare asked, Why? The lady continued to speak, From now on, your most important job is this, understand? The head maid replied, Yes, but why? The lady told her, For our kingdom and our family, someone must please the murderous emperor, but this person can't be my sweetheart Alicia. Therefore, someone must go to the empire in Alicia's place. You are the one. The head maid tried to say, Madam, how can this possibly succeed? It is too dangerous. The lady replied, Shut up, this is the only way to keep Alicia alive and safe. Clare asked, But madam, I am just a maid. How could I possibly hide it from everyone and make them think I am Miss Alicia? The result of doing so would be that I would be exposed immediately and then killed by the emperor for nothing. The lady stated, So you must imitate Alicia well and become a good empress in the future. For your life, just do what I say, and you can at least live until that time. Cooperate well, it is good for everyone. Alicia can survive, and you can enjoy unimaginable wealth and prosperity, including a monastery. If you keep working hard, the Stantons will continue to support the monastery. Clare thought, The monastery? Although I was kicked out of the monastery, it was where Clare spent her childhood. I have taken over Clare's identity, and I have the obligation to protect the memory. Besides, I did not want to hurt the dean, the only person who had ever taken care of me. The lady spoke, So try your best to survive and become the queen, Maid. Next scene. The practice and preparations continued. Clare thought, This is not good, but I have to do this, for the other children in the monastery. After that, Alicia asked, Is this not me? The lady commented, It took quite some time, however, the effect is good. Alicia emphasized, Having said that, Clare is really brave and calm, even when facing the murderous emperor. she remained so composed. I was horrified when I heard the story of the Emperor's countless murders and bloody incidents. Clare replied, I am just a hostage and should not be able to see His Majesty the Emperor. Alicia asked, why? Clare explained, there is no reason. Hostages are hostages. They will definitely not enjoy any preferential treatment and may even be locked up in a cold and dark room. Alicia asked, Mother, is everything she says true, not being able to see the Emperor and still being locked up? How can I be the queen then? This is too much. Knowing this, my brother still wants me to be a hostage. The lady replied, don't worry, Clare will go for you, my darling. Alicia said, that is great. Clare thought, the nobles, are they content to let others die for them and are blatantly happy in front of the victims? She said, in order to make this a success, I have a request. Alicia asked, why? Clare explained, it is not enough to just be similar in appearance, I have to imitate your habits, tone, and manner, so, starting today, I had better act like a big lady all day long. From now on, everyone should call me Miss, that's right. Alicia asked, from now on, I will call you Miss Clare. What do you think, Mother? She wants me to become a maid. Clare replied, because I am a maid, to deceive people perfectly, you have to be careful about everything. To do this, you have to get used to it so that you don't make mistakes. After all, the person we want to deceive is the emperor of a country, and I heard that this emperor has a bad temper. Alicia spoke, this seems interesting, let's do it. The lady asked the maid, my dear, can you do it? Alicia replied, but if I can't hide it well and get discovered, will the emperor kill me? The lady shouted, this won't happen, this is not the first thing we need to resolve, Richard. We have to get past Richard first. Next scene. The person spoke, Clare, your mother has left us and gone to heaven. Although we are not related by blood, we are the only people who can be called relatives to each other. Would you like to come with me and let me take care of you? Then time went on, and after that, that person told her, I am sorry, Clare, I promised to take care of you, but I am leaving you alone again. After that, the other people did not like her, although she was doing her work. One day the dean said, Clare, I want to send you to a better place, are you willing? After that, she came to the mansion. Then she heard a voice, it is lonely, would you like to come with me? Clare asked, who are you? The next moment, she thought, what the hell is going on? Clare woke up and thought, I think I was dead. Clare's childhood, life in the monastery, and her days as a maid in the Duke's mansion so far are Clare's past and present, but the man in white leaving in the execution on the guillotine. That was something that had not happened yet. Is it a prophetic dream? If not, there is no way to explain it. The scene I just dreamed of was as vivid as reality, as if it would happen in the near future. Could this be my golden finger? My golden finger finally arrived. Well, anyway, remember not to follow the strange man in white. The Duke asked, why wear a veil? Today's dance is very important, don't do something so unreasonable all of a sudden. The lady commented that it was such an important occasion and Alicia was attending a dance for the first time, so it was inevitable that she would be nervous. The Duke told her seriously, stop being so willful and take off your veil immediately. The lady told him, give Alicia a break, poor child, she did not sleep well last night, and wearing a veil can help her regain some energy. Clare thought, you fool him. This Richard always has a blank expression on his face, you can't guess what he is thinking at all. The Duke said emphatically, okay, but when you introduce the hostages, you need to take it off, otherwise, it would be too rude. Clare tried to say, I can, she thought, I guess I got away with it. After that, Clare thought, I did not expect that just sitting like this would cause my back to ache. I was so nervous in the carriage just now, but now I am using my composure after hearing a few words of praise from others. It seems that Mrs. Stanton can't take care of me for the time being, so I will move around while she is not paying attention. Where should we go? The garden seems to be in that direction. Then she heard a person ask, is this blatant disdain for our kingdom? Even the victory ceremony was neglected, it is better not to participate. Clare thought, it seems like someone of high status did not show up. Curiosity kills the cat. It is definitely not a good thing for a rookie like me to know too much about the affairs of the aristocratic world. This should be the garden. It seems like there is no one there. It is finally quiet. I can take a breath. Suddenly, she asked, who is there? The next moment, the emperor came. Clare spoke, it is you. The emperor asked, Miss, do you know me? It seems we have never met. Clare thought, No, this is not the time to be crazy. I am Alicia now, not Clare the maid. The emperor asked, answer me. Clare replied, why? The emperor commented, you give me a familiar feeling. Clare thought, I can't let him remember meeting me in the woods. If my identity is exposed and the news reaches the emperor, I will be doomed. She replied, that must be your illusion. Due to health reasons, I have never left the house, and today is my first time going out. The emperor tried to say, no, last time in the forest. Clare continued, if you want to attend the dance, please change your clothes. The emperor emphasized, well, I was indeed rude, thanks for reminding me. Clare said, I have to go now. The emperor told her, Clare, I think your name is Clare. Clare thought, should I deny it or just run away? Suddenly, the emperor stated, back off. Clare thought, you were doubting me just now, but now you are subconsciously trying to protect me. Then she said, puppy, so cute, dog, come here. The emperor told her, I advise you to stay away from it, this is a wolf. Clare thought, this person may be unexpected, but he is a very simple person. Clare told him, well, let's both take a step back and call it a wolf dog. The emperor replied, that makes sense. Clare McElroy, I met a maid named Clare in the woods, you and her. Clare spoke, how rude, are you saying I look like that woman? I repeat, I have never left the house. I do not know why the knight mistook me for someone else. She thought, when you are in a difficult situation, the best way is to cover your face with a mask and pretend to be calm. I kept thinking in my heart, I am a lady, paralyzing myself, it seemed useless, I can't back down. Then she told him, you actually confused me with a maid, you thought I was a maid, this is ridiculous. She thought, if you are not firm enough, men will become suspicious again, so you must hold on. The emperor commented, I apologize, you two really don't look alike. Clare thought, can I pass the test? The emperor asked, madam, may I ask your name? Clare thought, why, what is going on? My body seems to be out of control. The wolf dog barked. Clare thought, what is this? Strange. The emperor said, I was interrupted. Madam, what is your name? Clare thought, did he do that on purpose? She replied, let the knight speak first. The emperor took off his mask. Clare thought, this is truly a face that would be captivating even with a sword at its neck. I seem to have seen this face before. 3 years ago, why am I so dizzy? Clare heard a voice, I am Eden Lucas, where is the logo? A mute, without any sign or representation, cannot kill monsters. Clare thought, I passed out, and this is a fragment of the original Clare's memory. The emperor said, I don't need useless people, forget it, don't let me see you again, otherwise, I will kill you. Suddenly, a monster attacked, the next moment, the emperor killed it, but he got a scar. The emperor spoke, how long are you going to lie down? Clare thought, this voice is his, it is that murderer, so this is how he got this scar, to save little Clare. The emperor asked, is that it? You suddenly fainted in front of a strange man. Is this a new way to pick up girls? Then he started laughing. Clare asked, laughing? You were laughing just now. How rude of you to laugh at a lady. The emperor said, lady, then he started laughing again. Then he asked, isn't it? What a pity, I was just hesitating whether to kiss you, isn't that what they say? Only the prince's kiss can wake up Sleeping Beauty. Clare shouted, that is just a fairy tale, besides, I am not Sleeping Beauty. The emperor started laughing again. Clare thought, here we go again. Then she said, you bastard. The emperor told her, sorry, so, this lady is not Sleeping Beauty, please tell me your name. Clare thought, even though I know this is the person who claimed to kill me, I still can't resist this kind of beauty. No, wake up immediately. She replied, don't use this trick again. The emperor asked, which one? Clare thought, what are you pretending with me for? The emperor continued, that one. How can I use a failed trick a second time? Even the most novice swordsman would not make such a stupid mistake, so, you just fell for my beauty. Clare thought, I was so careless, office slaves are only attracted to paper people, this guy totally saw through me. The emperor said, so, your name? The duke came and asked, Alicia, why don't you respond, my dear sister? The emperor asked, Alicia Stanton. The duke continued, my sister, why are you here? I could not find you for a while, you made me worried, excuse me, may I ask who you are? The Emperor put his mask back. The Duke introduced himself, Richard Nicholas Stanton, audience with His Majesty. Emperor Immortal, what a surprise to see Your Majesty here, my dear sister, why would you? Clare thought, damn it, I am exposed. The Duke asked, how did you meet His Majesty, my dear sister? There are so many surprises today, you must tell me about them later. A knight came and told him, Your Majesty, you should show up, it is getting late, and the king is worried. The Emperor told them, I have to go, see you at the dance, Miss Alicia. Then the Duke stated, well, now it is just family, tell me more, my dear sister. Clare thought, we met not long ago and asked each other's names, but you are so forgetful. Then she replied, my name is Clare, and I am a maid in the mansion, sir. The Duke asked, Clare, the child from the monastery of Valles? Clare replied, yes, my lord. The Duke commented shockingly, that child turned out to be you. Clare thought, you actually remember me, no, don't do it yourself. The Duke continued, so, the veil is meant to deceive me. Clare replied, yes, my lord. The Duke asked, I have some questions, do you know what hostage means? Once it is exposed, it will be fatal. Understand? Clare replied, I know, I understand. The Duke asked, not only you, but everyone who knows about this will be implicated in the eyes of the higher-ups, is that clear? And my last question, are you volunteering? Clare replied, for the first question, I am clear, and for the last question, do you actually think that I have the right to refuse? The Duke told her, sorry, I seem to have asked a stupid question, now that things have come to this, there seems to be no point in asking further questions, the Emperor has already met you, so exchanging you and Alicia back would be even riskier. Clare, could you please keep going? Clare replied, I can, only in this way will the lady continue to donate to the monastery. The Duke said, my mother really is, I assure you that I will take care of this matter myself, so please leave the next dance to me, dear sister. Clare replied, my job, dear brother. The Duke thought, this girl is indeed not simple, then he said, I have a feeling that things are going to get really interesting. After that, Clare told him, everyone was just looking at my brother. The Duke replied, wrong, they are not looking at me. The announcer announced, His Majesty Eden Lucas, Emperor of the Immortal Empire, has arrived. The nobles were whispering, it looks really scary, why do I smell blood, are the rumors true? I heard that he likes killing people. Those who participated in the war said that the Emperor was a murderer, bringing a long sword to the dance, but why wear a mask? I heard he is very ugly. Clare thought, I really want to know what expressions these people will have when they see the face under the mask. The Duke told her, the Emperor has been looking at you. Clare thought, are you looking at me? She said, he laughed. The Duke asked, did anything happen before? The Emperor, who always looked down on others, would stare at one person like this. Did anything special happen near the fountain before? Clare thought, so close. The servant spoke, Your Majesty, we may begin. The king spoke, then let's raise a toast to the eternal prosperity of the Imotel Empire. Clare said, it will be revealed soon, that should be fine, right, generally speaking, to show sincerity. The hostage should be the king's heir. When the Emperor finds out that the hostage is a strange person, will he give up easily? The Duke replied, you always surprise me, dear sister, do you even know this? Clare commented, your attitude seems too relaxed, dear brother, although I don't think the Emperor was as moody as the legend said. He was still the Emperor after all, and an Emperor who thinks he has been fooled is absolutely terrible. After all, when an ordinary man is angry, blood splatters 5 steps away, but when an Emperor is angry, blood flows for 1,000 miles. The Duke emphasized, this is not something that can be taught in a monastery. I am becoming more and more curious about your past experiences. The king continued, well, there is another important announcement today. We, the Griezmanns, will swear allegiance to the Empire of Imotel, as a pledge of my oath. I, Jack Albert Griezmann, have decided to send my niece, Alicia Stanton, to the Empire. The nobles were chatting. What? The hostage is not even a prince. This is a challenge to the Emperor's authority. Oh my God. The murderous Emperor will be furious. Griezmann is finished. What on earth is His Majesty thinking? The Stanton family. The Duke actually agreed to let his own sister be a hostage. I heard that the eldest daughter of the Stanton family was born weak and sickly, and the Duke took pity on her. The Duke told her, "Go ahead, don't worry, I am right behind you." Clare thought, "Damn it, from this look, the Emperor is really angry." The king spoke, "You have changed a lot in these years." Alicia replied, "Meet His Majesty the King." The king said, "You just spoke, let me introduce her." The Emperor asked, "Why is she not your offspring? Where is your second son?" The king spoke, "That child is not in good health." The Emperor commented, "So you are making your niece the scapegoat." The king told him, "Although this child is not my biological child, as recorded in the document, Alicia is also of royal blood." The servant told him, "Your Majesty, the original text of the surrender document indeed only mentioned the royal bloodline." The Emperor stated, "I was actually tricked." The Emperor continued, "Who taught you this silly little trick? You should really reward him." Clare thought, "It is over. The Emperor seems to be furious, so sour. Damn class differences, evil feudal society, he is coming." The Emperor spoke, "This might sound a bit strange. The hostage is you. I am very happy, so to celebrate this, let's dance. You are very stiff. Are you afraid of me?" Clare thought, "So strange, maybe it is because I have seen that smile, but I always find it hard to truly fear this person." She replied, "How do I put it? It might be hard for me to be afraid of you in the future. Are you shy?" She thought, "Pretty innocent, angry, so cute." The next moment, the Emperor started dancing. Clare told him, "My dear Majesty, I wonder if you have noticed that I can't dance." The Emperor replied, "The Stanton family is indeed as bold as the legends say." Clare asked, "What?" The Emperor replied, "Nothing. Do you really not know how to dance?" "Yes, you said you were not in good health and have been recuperating at home. It is okay. Dancing is easy, just follow me." Believe me, even a murderous emperor can dance. Clare thought, "The latest killer emperor, how do you feel when you call yourself that?" Clare continued thinking, "What kind of person is he?" The Emperor told her, "I know I am good looking, but don't stare at me like that." Clare spoke, "Your Majesty, did you know about that rumor?" The Emperor commented, "You are talking about that. A swarm of flies buzzing around you, so you would be a fool not to notice it. Don't mention these boring things. You are dancing with the Emperor, so pay attention, come closer, relax your body. Okay, finally, hold on to me." Clare emphasized, "His Majesty, don't play pranks in public." The Emperor replied, "Don't worry, no one dares to stare at us. I forgot. There is a person who dares. Were you close to Duke Stanton?" Clare replied, "My brother still cares about me because I am not in good health, you know." The Emperor said, "Well, this is the first time I have seen such loving siblings." Clare thought, "I really got carried away just now, there he goes again." The Emperor stated, "Look at me, at least at this time, you can only look at me." Clare thought, "It is over, being single since birth is unbearable. My heart can't take it, this song is so good." "It is over," she said, "Thank you, Your Majesty, I am very happy, goodbye." She thought, "Pull it out, can't pull it out, are you not going to let me go?" A person came and asked, "Your Majesty, I would like to invite Alicia to dance." The Emperor stated, "Go find someone else, this is my dance partner." Then other men kept coming and asking to dance with Alicia. The Emperor told them, "Alicia only wants to dance with me." The Duke came and asked His Majesty, "This is my dear sister's first time attending a dance, and as her brother, I really want her to have a beautiful memory. I believe Your Majesty can understand." Suddenly, Clare thought, "Come on, man, I have to do this." The Emperor asked, "What is wrong with you? Are you feeling unwell?" Clare thought, "Yes, it is all because of you." She replied, "I don't know why, but I suddenly feel dizzy." The Duke told him, "Your Majesty, Alicia is already weak, and after dancing for such a long time, she will naturally be tired." Clare looked at him. The Duke continued, "Speak, Your Majesty, my sister is not feeling well, please allow us to take our leave." Then they went back. Clare asked, "Are you ready?" The Duke replied, "Don't move, the Emperor is still watching, we have passed the first level, we are lucky, the Emperor has a good impression of you." Clare commented, "I really want to know why." The Duke said, "Whatever the reason, it is good news." Clare told him, "My waist is sore, can I stand up straight?" Still not enough, the Duke replied, "It will take a while." He thought, the first level was passed, The emperor seemed to have no regard for the choice of hostage. My first impression of my sister seemed to be very good, and everything went smoothly, but why am I not happy? Next scene, Clare thought. Part 1 of the most frustrating situations for an office worker is being caught in the middle of a conflict between two superiors. On one side is the company's CEO, who has an ambiguous attitude towards you and is difficult to distinguish between friend and foe. On the other side is the direct superior, who is irritable, tough, and arrogant. She said, "Why?" Both of them looked at her. Clare replied, "Nothing. I just yawned accidentally." The lady said, "Yawning? My goodness, mind your manners." The Duke told her, dealing with the furious emperor was something that even His Majesty the King found difficult, so it was normal for her to feel exhausted. Besides, was it not our mother who caused this situation? Alicia is young and has been trapped in the inner house for many years, so her naive thoughts are understandable. But my mother is a duchess after all, and facing such a big event, she actually came up with such a ridiculous idea. The lady asked, "Absurd, if I don't do this, am I going to let Alicia die? Alicia should not have been held hostage in the first place." The Duke replied, "As a noble, you must fulfill your obligations when necessary." Clare thought, and another round has begun. After some time, Clare asked, "Why are you back so late? How was the ball? There should be a lot of nobles. How are my peers doing? Are they all wearing fancy dresses?" The Duke told her, "That was the occasion when we, as the defeated nation, presented hostages to the empire. If this plan fails, not only our family, but perhaps the entire royal family, will have to face the furious emperor." Prom, clothes. Is that all you are thinking about right now? Is that all you want to say to Clare? There were more than 1 or 2 people who were beheaded for angering the emperor. You sent Clare to fool the emperor. Are you not worried about her safety at all? The lady spoke, "Richard, don't speak to your sister in such an accusatory tone. Besides, this is Clare's own will." The Duke commented, "Voluntary. I heard you want to stop supporting the monastery." Alicia asked, "Brother, did Clare do something wrong?" The lady told her, "Not at all. She did well. Almost everyone asked her to dance with them, and she stole the show." Clare told them, "Well, but they were all rejected by the emperor, because I am dancing with the emperor." Alicia asked, "What is it like to dance with the murderous emperor? What does the emperor look like? Is he ugly?" "You definitely did not see it. He always wears a mask when he goes out anywhere. I am so glad I did not go there. It is scary to think about it." The Duke asked, "If you are afraid, why are you so curious?" The lady shouted, "Isn't the result great? I don't know what you are dissatisfied with." The Duke stated, "Alicia, you let others take your name as a hostage for you. Do you really know what this means?" Alicia asked, "Brother, you are weird today." Clare thought, "That is right. I am grateful that he stood by me, but it felt a bit excessive and rather awkward." The Duke explained, "To give the name Alicia Stanton to someone else means that you have given up the responsibilities, obligations, and honor corresponding to this name. From today on, this is Alicia Stanton." The lady shouted, "That is too much. Even if she changed her name, your sister is still the daughter of the Stanton family." The Duke replied, "Mother, how could you introduce Alicia to outsiders? Would you introduce her as the daughter of Duke Stanton, and then wait for our political enemies to happily seize this opportunity and hand her over to the emperor? Or hide her at home and never let her appear in front of outsiders for the rest of her life? Not only that, my sister will be called Clare from now on. Even when we are alone, we should still address each other this way. It is well known that the Stanton family had a maid named Clare who was sent from a monastery. If Clare suddenly disappeared, it would likely become a flaw. Many things are ruined by tiny details. Therefore, the more important the matter is, the more we should not take the details lightly. We owe Clare a huge favor. If she goes back on her word now, it will be a disaster for our family. Every Stanton family member must keep this in mind." "Alicia, why don't you reply?" Alicia replied, "I know." Then she started crying and ran away. The Duke spoke, "Clare, this may be the last time I call you this. Tell me, is there anything you want? Jewelry, clothes?" Clare thought, "This is what I have been waiting for. Finally, something is real. I do have something I want. First of all, I hope you can continue to support the monastery. Second, I want to take Hannah with me when I go to the Empire. She is my best friend. Third, it seems like there is nothing else I need." The Duke said, "I agree with all your requests. What about gems and gold coins?" Clare commented, "These things. Even if I did not mention them, you would have prepared them for me. After all, I am Alicia, the daughter of the Stanton family. The Duke emphasized, my sister is so cute and smart, which makes me, as her brother, feel relieved. Clare thought, Richard is actually a proud person, and he can hardly tolerate stupid people. My safety will be more guaranteed in the future because he will become the head of the house. On the other hand, Elliot spoke, His Majesty, should we prepare people to return to the Empire? The Emperor replied, let's go for a walk, dear Elliot, Your Majesty is going out for a walk. Like this video, hit the like button, and subscribe for more videos.